What is up, everybody? I am Taylor, and this is Unboxing Match. It's YouTube's best and probably only, but don't tell anybody else because they're going to steal this great idea, comic book mystery box exchange show. Every week I have on a guest. We exchange mystery boxes. We talk about life and comics and the universe and whatever the hell else comes up, and we have a good time. It's a way to, meet the community and hopefully give them some books they dig. And in the return, I'm a selfish bastard, so I get a whole lot of cool stuff in return. But this week's guest is Adrian, a.k.a. Pandawesome316. So when I have him tell you a little bit about himself, and then we'll go from there. So what's up, sir? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Doing all right, man. How are you?
Watching right now? It says one viewer on my end, but that's never really up to date. So
I know, right? It's never up to date, like right when you start it.
Yeah, it's true.
It always shows 1, 2, and then 17 later, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, I'll hopefully we get 17 later. That'd be nice.
Hell yeah!
Well, we got Rob at least, aka Panda Ranger. Or yes. Anyways, tell the folks at home or on the road or hiding in their car or avoiding ex-girlfriends, whatever, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a member of this comic book community. Love it. I do YouTube. I do Instagram. You find me more on Instagram than anything. But my YouTube is definitely where I like to go hang out with all the community members that I talk to on IG, just like Taylor over here, which has been amazing to get to know all these new people and people that I've recognized and wanted to say hi, but then finally got into that circle, which, by the way, Taylor, I knew of you before I even met you because of that Spider-Man booth.
Oh, fair enough, man. Yeah.
Wednesdays, like I knew that turned into Wednesdays when it was coined by JPG for you.
Yeah. Oh, I miss those days. Those were the good old times.
Good old times. Yeah. Now I don't see JPG on there as much.
They do Whatnot now. And the last show I watched on Whatnot, he was selling mystery boxes that started at $1,000. So I'm like, oh boy.
Ooh, boy.
So I mean, I don't blame them for getting to that platform and utilizing it, but it's also like, wow, I like my $4 books where I could get a chance to win.
Right? What happened to my win a free book Mondays?
Exactly.
Like I know they still do that. It's just,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you probably realized that wasn't a viable plan when we're all just getting free crap with every book. But
dude, that's exactly how I knew who you were, was because you win so many damn times on that show that I was just like, man, this Taylor Winder, man, like this dude just wins so much.
I had a strategy to it. I was like kind of cheating. Not really.
Oh, okay. Hey,
it
as
was
long as you figured out a formula
it worked.
for it.
If you guys weren't familiar, like every order number put you in for a chance to win. So like my strategy was just to buy all the cheap books, like like one order at a time. Even like he had days where it was buy 2 get 1 free or buy 3 get 3 half off. I ignored all that crap. I was just like, I want separate order numbers of $4 books. So yeah,
that's the way to go about it, man. Because I was doing the whole, all right, I got to get into the whole thing at the end, so I got to get a mystery box.
Yeah.
And then I only had the one order number, and I was just like, man, I
did those at the end too. It got expensive because like you'd buy like 1 or 2 boxes at the end, and then I would do when it got to be a 5-day-a-week show, that did add up. But like for that first part, and when he was doing it where every raffle number or every number counted, I bought a bunch of $4 books at the beginning of the day. That was how I did it all.
Hell yeah, that's a good strategy, man.
Well, that's why now that it's dead, I can share that with the world. So yeah,
right.
Well, listen, man. The way we usually do it is we have the guest kind of go first, and you're the esteemed guest. And yes, Eric, I did win a mini. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Everybody, give Eric a follow on Insta. He does great raffles and he does great mystery boxes as well. Don't follow Rob because he's catching up to me and I want to stay ahead of him on follower count, but he's creeping close. But everyone else you can go follow. So, but yeah, anyways. So you told me that some of your favorite characters are like Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep. Is that like childhood stuff, like watching TV mostly, or is it just kind of How did you get into them?
It's all mainly childhood stuff. All this stuff that I'm into nowadays is especially all the nostalgic things like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all that. It's because I was really into it as a kid, and I remember my dad taking me to the 1990 movie.
Nice.
Nice. The Taylor
See?
Wonder box.
You got to reuse the boxes. You know, they're good boxes for shipping.
They really are. And all these other things that you packed in here, all these bubble mailers,
Yeah, reuse
these are
those.
These are definitely going into the recycle pile.
Yeah,
but yeah, I remember back in the day, I think it was around 95, 96. I was about 10 and the Power Rangers came out. And
nice.
at that time, I was already getting off of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like I was still really, I still really like them. I'm 10 years old, but this whole new shiny thing just happened, and they have robots, and robots before the Turtles were robots. My thing was robots and Batman for whatever reason. Yeah. So.
See, I'm a little older than you, and like I missed out on the Power Rangers thing because it just didn't, it was too old to like watch the live action shit. But I had Voltron, so I can relate.
Voltron, they called it Voltus 5 in the Philippines. Like that's the reason why I liked robots was because of Voltron.
Oh yeah.
And then they had the things in the Philippines where they started showing all the Gundams and then the Macross.
Yeah.
And loved all that stuff.
Yeah, and hear that like we had the Macross or whatever Macross for like one issue of comics here, then they turned into Robotech. But yeah, it was all Robotech here as the show.
Oh, right.
Well, they bastardized it all and chopped it up to fit their weird stuff. But I loved it. It was all
right. So yours actually says start here.
I've learned that much. We were talking a bit backstage. I don't remember what I sent you because I don't think.
So this is going to be a surprise for both of us.
It'll be a surprise. Yeah, I've at least learned that to like tell people where to start stuff. So.
I'm going to try not to look at the books that are flipped over. Just try to make sure that they are all flipped. There we go. All right. Here we go. So we're starting here.
Yeah. Start the seek. Yeah. It's very...
Right. Taylor, let's see what the first book is.
Let's see what I put in there. I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
So yeah, I'm kind of going blind. You might have a lot of these, and if that's the case, I got another set of stuff I can probably send you. That so we'll see.
No, not at all.
Oh yeah,
always. No, I think I gave away this particular issue in a giveaway, so that is awesome.
All right,
that is awesome. I do believe that is like issue 45 or 50, something like that.
I think it's some of one of those. I think it's 50, but I'm not.
It's one of the later issues.
Yeah,
but yes, second one. Oh yes. That Department of Truth.
Cover. Yeah.
This is also one of my favorite stories from James Tynion right now. Cool thing is that he was on my radar before all of the Department of Truth and Something is Killing the Children because of his work on Batman and TMNT.
All right. Yeah. Now, did you like his Batman run?
I'm sorry?
Did you like his Batman run?
Whose Batman run?
Tynion, James Tynion or whatever.
Oh, I did when it first started, but towards the end, it got that really neo Batman kind of noir thing, and I was just like, I'm good without all the pretty colors. Like, let's tone it down a bit and let's get back to the gritty and dark.
Yeah, that's what I caught it at the end, where it seems like every issue he's like, oh, another new character and another new character and now one more, and then a Fear State, which was the dumbest thing ever. So,
I did not.
A very cool Scarecrow design, but like wasted.
Wasted. Oh my god, I can't remember who I was talking to about that, but I think I was talking to Dustin from Two Brothers. Oh man, Scarecrow had the craziest design.
Yeah,
amazing design for
like
Fear
if
State.
you're gonna make your hands in the goddamn needles, you better goddamn inject somebody with them
once, or maybe in a flashback,
Yeah, or just like at least have a image of him over somebody's head or something, like
exactly.
No spoilers. He didn't do any of that, people.
He didn't do any of this. So wasted.
No, he didn't do anything. He's just, I want to make the city feel fear. Okay, we've seen that 4,000 times before. Thanks for that.
Right. Exactly. All right, next one. Oh, there it is. Savage Dragon with the Turtles. This is issue number 2. Oh, this is out of all of them, number 2 is my favorite, just because it has them all jumping in the background.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, it's just the epitome of the Savage Dragon kind of covers.
oh yeah, all the Savage Dragon stuff. Like I really enjoyed Savage Dragon from back in the day. So this is amazing.
Nice.
Eric Larson, I liked his work on Venom and the way
Yeah,
that he drew Venom. So when I saw Savage Dragon, it was a wrap, man. I love that stuff.
there's the issue of Hulk Grand Design where like basically the guy that did it, Jim Rugg, just took the Hulk character and had him go in disguise somewhere with a fin on his head, and it was like,
Yeah, sounds about right.
yeah, it's kind of yeah.
Next one, oh, there it is. We got some Shattered Grid goodness. This is actually when the series was really good. This is issue number 25 with Lord Draken right there on the front. This is a Finch cover. That is amazing.
See, you know all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad you because you can just tell the audience at home because I have no idea. Now, is that what's his face Kyle writing it? The guy that's now doing Radiant Black and Radiant Red and all that? Or was that?
Oh, Kyle Higgins. Yes,
yeah, I knew he did some of that.
He
Right?
was still. Yeah, he's the one that started the issues. But yes, I want to say Kyle Higgins was the one. Yep.
Okay.
He's the one that wrote this.
Because it seems like he turns all his books into kind of Power Rangers.
Yeah, and from what I remember, I think Draken is his own creation.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Higgins
Nice.
was the one that made him
Well,
up.
hopefully he gets royalties.
And, well, I don't know what's going to happen with that because this is a character that only exists in the comics. He doesn't exist in the show or anything like that.
It's not a US based show, so it's like,
yeah. So that's really cool. Draken's one of my favorite characters, so that's awesome.
He's a cool design. I know the design of the character at least. That was a cool.
Yeah, the combination of the White Ranger and the Green Ranger together, that was really cool. Oh, nice.
All right, so
we gotta.
You might have a few that Spider-Man Booth books in there too. I forgot about those. So you probably have like 40 copies of that, but you know.
No, actually, you know what? I don't have any copies of this one.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, this is Batman 100. This is a thick boy.
It is.
I remember when
it's a first appearance like
book
everything else in Tiny.
I know. Every issue is a first appearance. Next up, we have, is this one mini comic?
It is. It's a little ash can. I don't remember where I got it. So I was like, all right, like I'll give it to somebody. I was holding on to it just for somebody that dug the power or dug the turtles because yeah.
That is so cool. So these are the turtle figures, and they're all posed in the way that they were drawn in the very first
it's
cover.
like a homage to issue number 1, right? I think.
Yeah, very, very cool. I've never seen this before.
Good. I gave you at least something you haven't seen before, so good.
Yeah. Special edition number 1. That is awesome, dude.
Now, did you like Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze with the Vanilla Ice soundtrack and all that too?
I did. I liked it. I was still young enough to be like really okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about how cringy Vanilla Ice is, but at the time I was like 7 or 8.
I mean, he had the ninja rap, so that's all you need.
I mean, the dude did me nothing but great things for my childhood, so I can't say anything bad about Vanilla Ice.
You throw something like MC Hammer or some Vanilla Ice on, you're gonna have a good time.
Rob Van Winkle, baby. Love that dude.
Last I heard, he was remodeling houses, so who knows?
Yeah, he actually had a TV show where he was remodeling houses. Yeah, I saw that.
I watched like a half of one. I was like, I can't do this.
Oh, this is cheating right here. I have a little COA in the back from That Dude That Dude Books. This is Mighty Morphin number 1. This is a Virgin variant cover by Ben Harvey, limited to 300 copies. Now, you had this just laying around?
I think I probably actually got that in a Spider-Man Booth box at some point, honestly.
I'm telling you, I think that's where you may have gotten this.
I might have,
because you don't outright go buy Power Ranger books.
No, I don't. But there was a time in there where I was buying mystery boxes all over the place, and so I got a lot of random stuff, and like, I'd put it all aside. I was like, all right, I don't collect the Power Rangers, but
Right, I know somebody that does. And here we go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
This is a 616 exclusive. This is man, I can't remember
I can't remember the artist on
his
it, but
name. I can't remember the artist on it too. It's on the tip of my tongue. But this is an homage to Raphael #1, the Micro series, except it's got Leonardo instead of Raphael, and then the Red Ranger instead of Casey Jones. So that is really, really cool.
Nice. I'm glad you're
That
digging it.
is so cool.
So do you
Hell
collect
yeah.
anything other than comic books? Or are you like a Funko guy or a figures guy or anything like that too? Or
I collect a lot of figures.
Yeah.
It's not as much as the comics, but I have a lot of figures, and go figure, they're mostly Teenage Mutant Ninja
That's
Turtle
awesome.
figures.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of that. I've got some Funkos. I had to get out of Funkos, man. I had to.
Well, they're a dangerous rabbit hole if you fall down it. It's kinda...
yeah. I went mad with Funkos, and one weekend, mind you, me and my wife at the time were dirt poor.
Sure.
And I decided to go ahead and spend $200 on Funko Pops. And it was the dumbest decision I've ever made. Yes, I returned all of them as soon as I came home, but I came home with 10 bags of Funkos.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And I was like, what am I doing? We don't have the money to buy Funkos right now. Like So that's when I knew I had a problem. So I had to sell all my Funkos, and I've got a couple left, but that's a dark rabbit hole.
I managed to avoid that for the most part. I have like 5 or 6 Funkos, and that's about all I have. The figures I could see myself get into are the statues and stuff, because they're just so badass and cool. But not thankfully, but I don't have the money for any of that kind of stuff. So it's like, I don't really always have the money for comics, but that's a known commodity. Like if I were to go down like those sideshow statues and stuff, I'm like, hell no.
Oh, I know. I look at Gem Mint's channel all the time, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, if I could just get one. No. I can't get into that, because if it's just one, it's like Pringles. You can't just do one.
I mean, what would your one be? I mean,
what would my one be?
Yeah, that's
dude. I've seen way too many to just bring it down to one. I've got too many interests, and the turtle ones aren't as good as the ones that I'm thinking of. Like, there is this one guy on Instagram. His name is Ember Twist.
Okay.
That does turtle statues, and he molds them, he makes them, puts them out into production.
Wow.
So I really want to get one of his statues at one point.
Now, does he do like the grim and gritty kind of like really muscular Michael Bay stuff, or is it the?
No, not the Michael Bay stuff. They're still. They still have the classic look to the turtles, but it's more of a street look to them.
Nice.
So you'll see one of the turtles has shoes, but the toes are cut out with the feet sticking out and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's got a street look to it, and I like his stuff. It's just really consistent, and it looks good. The way that he designed his turtles looks really, really good. So if I get one statue, it'll be probably from him.
That's cool. And you're supporting an artist and stuff, which is great. Like, not a giant company, which, damn the man. Down with corporations.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Second to last book we have. Oh, shit. Look at that. That is Miku Suyen, isn't that?
It is, yes.
Oh, my God. And it's the Marvel Zombies.
It's the zombies. I know you said you like Soyen, and so... That's definitely that Spider-Man Booth book, so I'm sorry if you haven't already. But
Wolverine is actually one of my favorite characters. Him and Spider-Man have always been one of my favorite characters in Marvel.
Nice.
In all time. So this is freaking amazing.
Cool. I'm glad.
And it comes with the COA from Street Level Hero. That's really cool. Okay, last book. We have.
Oh, and
there it is. Look,
and I'm sure you probably have that one already too, so I'm sorry about that. But
I have the color version, actually. So this is awesome.
That one I think you could only win through giveaways. So I don't think they ever sold that version. Awesome. So it's a little harder
because it was a connecting cover. This is the actual
cover
just
first, and
one
then the color. So the black and white was kind of the chase variant of it all. So yeah.
and love Omega Red. Omega Red is one of my favorite villains from back in the day, purely on design.
It was a
Not
cool
because he's
design.
a
Jim Lee,
badass.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jim
not
Lee
because
was
he
cool
was a
about it.
badass. Just very cool design. That was all.
So do you have a favorite comic book movie or anything? Like, is it going to be the Turtles flick, or is it something else that?
Yeah, it'll be the 1990s Turtles flick. But if it wasn't that, there was one other one that I watched all the time, and I don't know. It wasn't based on comics, but it does have a comic book. Was Terminator 2: Judgment Day?
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
It was turned into a comic, so yeah.
yeah, it was turned into a comic, and man, I loved that movie so much. I think I was down to my third VHS of Terminator 2. So I thought that was really cool.
I'm nice on this channel. It's just when I'm reviewing books, it's the Spidey, or when I'm chatting on Chip's banter at night. That's a whole different demon, you know. I can't talk guests to come down here if I'm a dickhead. I'm just, so I save that for other channels. Nice. So, do you have anything like your? I know you said you're like looking at soy and stuff, and I know you did the John Jang box battle not too long ago. Do you have anything you're chasing down for books and stuff this year, or anything you're trying to collect? Anything on your grail list?
Well, I had one book. I changed it this year because the first 2 years, 2020 and 2021, I had books that I had like 10 books that I tried to chase.
Yeah.
I chased down a lot of them. Every single one of them that were on my list that were within my price range. The only two every year, the two that would roll over consistently was TMNT #1.
Oh, cheap book.
Yeah, not a cheap book. And it didn't matter whether it was a first, second, or third printing, but it was just I wanted to get the #1. That was it.
Yeah.
In that format that it's in, I just wanted that. And then Amazing Spider-Man 300.
Okay.
That was another one that I was chasing, but that one to me isn't one of those ones where like if I had to put all my eggs in one basket, this is the book that I would go with.
Yeah.
Right. And so I decided that I'm only going to chase after one book, and that would be the TMNT #1. I made my video on a Saturday. I got hit up on a Sunday asking, hey, are you still in need for this book? Now, mind you, I didn't even publish the video yet. I shot it on a Saturday.
Wow.
And I dropped it on a Monday.
Okay.
And then I think that Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, I dropped the video saying thank you so much because somebody had AOK'd me a TMNT #1.
Oh, wow. That is fantastic and some awesome karma there.
Yes. Dude, so to my dude Bobby De La Ghetto, man, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
That's a hell of an AOK. That's very cool.
And I just got to meet him last month during Planet Comic-Con. So I actually got to meet him face to face and tell him thank you so much. And I finally got to pick his brain on why, that's not an inexpensive book to just give away.
I mean, in any of the prints, that's a high value. Yeah.
Right. And so I was like, what? Why? He's like, dude, I saw your energy. I felt it. I knew we would click, and I knew this was something that would put a smile on your face. And that was it. There was no hey, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. I need, it wasn't a tit for tat. It was an actual like, hey, I just wanted to actually make you smile. And that dude, I've been smiling from ear to ear ever since, man.
That's fantastic. That's a hell of an AOK. It's a great community for that. Like I've gotten some very good books myself, and I've given out a few, and like it's just kind of like this community is stupidly nice. And I mean that in a good way.
Stupidly nice.
Are you going to any more cons this year, or do you have any?
I haven't. I want to go to one more con. Kansas City Planet Comic-Con was my first con, and I had so much fun that I want to do at least one more this year. Now, whether or not I'm actually going to do it, I don't know, just depending on whether or not we'll have the money.
Yeah.
But, C2E2, I was supposed to meet up with all you guys. But with it changing and then closer to Christmas, like
Sure.
I couldn't justify it anymore to my wife and be like, well, while you guys are stuck here, I'm going to have the time of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I might be able to do C2E2 again just because it's kind of close and I have somewhere to stay if I do. So like that's
yeah.
the beauty of that one for me. But yeah, the cons are not cheap, especially if you like buy anything or whatever. And then you're talking meals and
yeah, I was really shocked because I spent more money on the extracurriculars than I did on actual books. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure I did too. I think I spent more buying crappy shots for people at one of the bars than I did on books, but that's all right. That was more fun anyways.
Same here.
Yeah, that was part of the fun.
Yeah. Oh,
I made JPG
to
a shitty shot, and that alone made it worth it. So,
well, I made Nick from Nick's Kicks and Comics. I made Nick deliver drinks to a table of girls that he unknowingly paid for.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Well, the dude kind of challenged me. He's like, dude, I'm really disappointed in you. And when Nick told me that he was disappointed in me, I was like, yo, words. Yeah, I was like, what happened? And he's like, there's a table full of girls over there and you ain't said one thing to them. And I said, you know what? F this dude. So I went over there, talked to the girls, and then I told Nick, yo, come back over here. You know, I got a tray full of drinks. I need you to deliver to him. And I said, fuck you for ever saying that you're disappointed in me. And so when he came back is when I told him, all right, those drinks were on you.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, hey, I recognize the box on this too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great minds think alike.
They're great boxes.
They are really good boxes. Yeah. So I've been bigging myself. And also, guys, it turns out Adrian sucks at math too, because this is heavy as hell. And this is,
No, I'm pretty sure the math is
Chip Gettler
correct.
Part 2, people.
No, this is not Chip Gettler Part 2. This is value right here.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I don't think I have one. This is, I think, my first Panda sticker too. I don't think I have one from you. Maybe I do.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna have to get you more.
Well, I have to actually make some stickers now. I'm not necessarily anti-sticker, but I've never made anything like on my own for that. So like, yeah, no. I'm pro laziness is what I am.
Yo, your sweater or your hoodie, E-Man bought one.
He did, yeah.
He was showing it off, and it looks fucking good.
Oh, nice, good. I'm glad he got it already. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to touch base with him, so yeah, you can, as a shameless plug, you can buy this on TaylorWinter.com along with a bunch of other shit. So yeah,
hell yeah.
And I try and use quality stuff. It's the Champion brand, and what? Anyways, back to the books, people. Back to the books. Hell yes. We get some Martian Manhunter goodness. I love this character.
Yeah, I thought that cover was just amazing.
It's a fire cover.
Yeah.
And DC does not get a lot of love, but if and when they get their act together, like this, dude, like they have so many great characters that like everyone kind of takes a shit on because they don't have the Marvel Cinematic Universe set up. But I think
I would love to see him in the big screen, like when Zack Snyder came out with that cut.
Oh yeah.
And he was inside that cut. Like I was like, oh come on, why cut that? Why?
Yeah, it was a great little cameo you had in it, but like, yeah, I think he'd be either great for like a 6-episode miniseries or something like that. That Peacemaker style.
Yeah,
Martian Manhunter. I'd be all about that. Oh hell yeah, man, hell yeah. Dude.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
I had 2 copies of that when I was looking through my my bins. I was like, yo,
this is awesome.
This is definitely going.
I don't think I've ever owned a copy of this issue.
Really?
And like this was one of the Crisis on Infinite Earths was one of the first comics I ever remember reading. So I would go to this drugstore by my house and just sit on the floor and read them off the newsstand until they kicked me out. Like I never bought shit. I had no money. So like I would just go there as a kid. And it was mostly a liquor store. They had like porn and comics and liquor. And then I would just go read the comics until they booted me. And yeah, I read this. Like, I had no idea what was going on in this book because you pick this up as a kid if you've never read a DC
Yeah,
comic.
it's so confusing.
Yeah, but hell yeah, man!
That
Iconic
is
cover.
awesome.
George
Hell yeah.
Perez, goodness, and fuck yeah, man, this is awesome. Oh, and here we go. Nice.
There you go.
Another underrated character. I mean, I know the first appearance has gone back up, and then Marvel show was, but like he's gonna when the next movie drops. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be a big titular character in the upcoming Avengers movies. You know, he's the new Captain America. So
Exactly. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I remember reading this one too. I mean, I don't remember much of it. I know I read it back in the day. This was like when everything was kind of hardcore, like Fallen Angels and the Falcon and like that era. I remember the title. And
Oh, I think that's the glow in the dark one too.
I think it is too. I think so. This is awesome. And this
cut the lights.
You were talking about chase books. One of the books I'm chasing down, or I'd like to get this year, is Ghost Rider #1. Not necessarily even the first appearance, not the Marvel Spotlight, but the first issue of his first solo.
The #1. Oh,
it's one of my quote unquote birthday books because it came out in the month and year I was born. And so I'm hunting.
I've got a birthday book. I have a Spider-Man something. There's always a Spider-Man. So you can always count on Spider-Man to be one of the birthday books for anybody. And
That's true.
I actually got that as a swap from somebody. I won a giveaway, and he won the book that I wanted because that was my birthday book.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
then I won the book he wanted. So we just swapped. And
that's fantastic.
They were both giveaways.
You know, it was a Spider-Man. You don't remember the issue?
No, it was another Spider-Man. But I want to say it had Peter Porker in it.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah,
another hidden gem of a character, dude.
Oh, hell yeah! Totally forgot about that one. Madeline Pryor.
I loved it. I mean, I read all these back in the day too. Not this this is the 80s, so this is a little bit before I started reading. But then they had the X-Men classics or classic X-Men, and like I was in a hospital bed for a couple months and I couldn't move, and like there was a gift shop downstairs, and that they were basically all they had were classic X-Men and Alpha Flight. So like every month I got like 4 copies of classic X-Men. So I read all of these, and I love this era. Like Claremont's X-Men, they were a soap opera book, and they were like the first thing I remember where like characters would change and evolve, and like there's drama between them, and they would go from one to the next, and you'd have to pay attention. But yeah, and look at this cover, man. This is awesome.
That's amazing. What were you in the hospital for?
Oh, I was when I was 13, I was burned. I was pretty badly. I was like about 70% burns from head to toe, and so like I had a lot of skin grafts and a lot of like, when you were talking about what you do for your day job, I probably would have needed a bit of some folks have needed a bit of training. Because I broke a nurse's pelvis because she poured water on the saline solution on a graft site, which not supposed to do, and it was basically literally pouring salt water on a wound, and I just kind of reflexively kicked and shoved her into the wall, and she didn't come back. It was not intentional, people. I didn't try it, but anyway, different story. Hell yes, like one of the hottest spec books of the month too. Like 4,000 first appearances in here, and nice. Yeah, Panda's winning this one. I can tell you right now because I'm looking through the stack and like, dude, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is
dude. I said, I totally forgot everything that I put in there. So.
Well, I'm glad. I mean, you're definitely. I'm winning. You're losing. Something like that. I think how this is going. Because, Frank Miller definitely up my alley. Hell, like if you guys have never read this is a hell of a miniseries too. Like it's.
Yeah. Have you? What was the first thing that you remember reading from Frank Miller?
Honestly, I didn't catch him at like his early stuff. So the first thing I really remember that stuck with me was The Dark Knight Returns.
Same here.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember looking at it and thinking, what the fuck am I looking at? Like none of it looked traditional.
Yeah.
Everything was wonky. And I was like, why does Superman look like this? But as I was reading it, like I fell in love with it. And like the art style just made me think, oh wow, it fits to the story, and so I loved it after that.
Me too. It was one of the first things I remember where like art didn't have to be like smooth and polished, and like the roughness of
Yeah.
it, and the wavy kind of scribbly lines. I was like, fuck yeah. And like Batman looked mean and tough and like enormous.
Dude, I'm saying, man, and especially when he had that armor on.
Yeah.
Oh man, he looks so badass.
I mean, when he was fighting with those gang members in the mud pit and getting his ass whooped, I was like, oh yeah, like great fight sequences, great like.
Oh yeah.
It led to a lot of bad follow-up shit with Batman, but still, I mean, it was and okay, guys, this is getting ridiculous here. Like, dude.
Oh, that's a low grade. That's like $1 book right there.
Okay, I don't think anything from the late 60s is $1 book, but yeah, all right. It's got Cyclops, the original Cyclops, not really, probably. This is probably after, well, this might be before X-Men. I don't know.
Is that Sinbad Cyclops?
Yeah, just looking at that. This Cyclops is less angry than the X-Men Cyclops.
Right.
He's destroying a boat. Oh, here we go. Nice.
Oh yeah, there's something significant with that, like the first AI or something.
Yeah,
like
this was
that,
like for like 3 minutes. This is very hot, like pre Doctor
Mhm.
Strange, because everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna be an AI Doctor Strange," and then they're like, "It's gonna be Tom Cruise, Doctor." You know, very still cool spec to have, definitely. And I dig this
Yeah.
cover. It's a Alex Maleev cover, I think, and yeah, and Bendis, the talkiest of the talkies as far as the titles go. Quippy
Bendis.
dialogue, right up the alley. Hell yeah.
And either you love Bendis or you hate Bendis. I don't think I've ever been like to anybody that's like, he's all right. You know what I mean?
I loved early Bendis. Like,
okay.
I loved his Powers stuff, and I liked the early shit he did. Now, when I try and read his new stuff, I'm like, oh god, just shoot me. So, like, I think I might be in the middle because I think he was groundbreaking at the time, but I think he's kind of petered out of it.
Yeah, I don't like any of his new stuff, like any of it.
Yeah, me neither. And I tried a lot. I picked up, I can't remember I can't remember what the new one was. Something came out a couple months ago, and I tried the first 2 of them. I was like, this is awful. Like, this is just not good. Okay, I don't know this one. This one you got to explain to me if you know it.
No, I don't know that one. That is an indie title.
All right.
That is definitely one that I knew.
Let's stump Panda with the book. Yeah, no, this is because I'm stumped too. Here we go. She has to.
No, I don't think the back will tell you on that one either.
Nope.
Does it?
I might. Something with a giant. So let's see here. I really got to pull it out. It's a Bird City Comics exclusive.
Oh, okay.
It's very cool. Cover art by Rob Siki, who I'm not familiar with. I dig the cover. And the hell is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, all right. It's Step by Buddy Step.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. A cool wordless, like, yeah. That makes sense now, because this girl trapped with a giant robot and walking across the country. It's an interesting book. If you've never read it,
I've never read it.
Can you read a wordless book? If you never looked at the pictures of this, it's a cool book.
Okay, I'll definitely have to go back and check it out.
I think it's out in trade now, but thank you, man. I'm loving this so far. I could.
Everybody has.
Here we go. The hit of the box. This is the two. Like, I mean, the only thing that could trump this is a Turok #1. But hell,
oh, it's not in there. I can tell you that,
dude. Oh, this is awesome. I have a stack of like dumbass books. Like, I mean that in a good way. Like, this is a dumbass book, but like,
that's a dumbass book. For sure.
Like, one is like, there's a couple of like war on drugs books, and like you know the DC's war on drugs and stuff. And this is going on that stack of like just stupid ass. Awesome. Like, why'd they make that? GP, there we go. You said it, Biggie.
Yo, have you ever had a Super Pro before?
I don't think so. I don't think I bought it when it came out, and so you might have cracked my popped my Super Pro cherry. So.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, thanks for that. Oh, and we get some John Byrne goodness here.
There you go.
Nice.
And that's also something with Franklin Richards, or
it might be
Nathaniel Richards.
Might be the first grown-up appearance or something. I can't remember. Like, there's so many
it's something
random little keys in here that I need to like. The pre-100s I'm okay with, but like you get to the the 200s, and I'm like, I can't. I got to go back.
Yeah.
And oh Jesus, dude, yeah, you're definitely winning. Like, come on, this is stupidly silly.
Dude, like I said, I just had all these around. So.
Well, thanks. I'm glad you did, because I'm fucking. These are awesome, and I've been. I think a lot of people are still sleeping on Fantastic Four. Like,
Oh, for fucking sure.
like,
Oh yeah.
Every stupid. I mean, I love Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong, but every Spider-Man book under 200 has gone nuts, and like the Fantastic Four, like who's Marvel's first family, you can still get like. I mean, there's other than like 48 and 49, or what the first appearance of Doom, and then the number 1, like they're all pretty reasonable. And
Yeah. I remember seeing a Fantastic Four #1. I think it was like GPA. Oh, I can't remember what that one is. It's something.
I might be the first appearance of Warhead. It says on the. I'm just going by what it says on the cover. It might be another Herald of Galactus or something first in there too. I can't.
Right.
Yeah, but again, you get me over in the hundreds and 200s, but these are awesome books, man. Thank you. And then of the raw, we're not done yet, people. We're not done. We get the raw ice cream man. Hell yeah.
And that's just an awesome Megan
is.
Hutchinson Cates cover.
Yeah,
That's another 616 book. So if you don't count that, because I got that from my sponsor, so that's nothing. So that's
I'm
a nothing.
Oh no, it's not counting. I think of a sponsor is fucking cool too. So yeah, and 616 is great.
Yeah, I love the 616. They've always taken care of me. They've always given me great deals on everything that I buy from them. Not everything is given. Like I still buy from them religiously just because they're just an amazing company. I love them.
They're very cool. And then, son of a bitch, I do have something I'm sending you in the mail, by the way. So just keep your eye out. It's not part of this, but it's just keep it. No, it's coming. Because like I have something that I have no use for, and I think, and I hope you'll dig, because like,
oh hell yeah,
yeah.
There you go.
This is one I honestly have never heard of either. So
yeah, it's an indie book, and like I said, that one was a book that I had won from C3, which is Comics Curing Cancer.
Yeah,
and it was a Nerdy Girl. She was the one selling it, and nobody was really bidding on it, and I got it for a really good deal. And never heard of it. I knew it was an indie. I knew you like slabs, so
I do.
Slabby boy.
I've never heard of I like Juan Jose Rip, the artist, but I don't know the book. But this is very cool.
Yeah, I've never heard of the book either.
Yeah,
I think I was bidding on it because there was a T-shirt involved.
Oh, this is cool. It's a wraparound. Well, thank you, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope Cardboard Crazies does that again, because I donated something last minute, but I would like to do more this year for it with the cancer stuff. Because he kind of disappeared.
Right. He had a lot on his plate during that time. So I think what's going to happen is that Rogue Trader is going to take that over.
Oh, gotcha.
If not, it should be in conjunction with Chris Cardboard Crazies like they did last year, which was awesome. So just any kind of collaboration that they have, it's just amazing.
True. And honestly, all goes to a good cause, and cancer is a motherfucker. So
yeah, dude, Dan, I mean, Chop and Drop, man, I'm telling you, I thought that T-shirt was going to be wet when I got it. I'm just saying.
Oh shit. Okay, so what did you do you read a lot of current stuff, or are you like mostly a back issue guy, or like how do you
I read a lot of
collecting now?
I read a lot of current, so a lot of Department of Truth. Nice. I've been up on that. That's one of my favorite series that Tinian's got going on right now.
Yeah.
Other than Nice House on the Lake, that's another one. Something is Killing the Children is starting to get there for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I stopped picking up new issues for it. I just read it digitally now, and I'm just like, I wish it would have gone somewhere else with it, but in what way, I don't know.
I don't know. I think it was originally planned as just a mini series, I think, right? I think they probably should have stuck with that. And I get why they didn't, because fuck yeah, money. You got to get yours, but like, it's
right.
But yeah, Tynan, he has a problem. I think he'll drag shit out forever. Just kind of like pick up the pace a little bit, son. Like we got places to be. We got
Right. Well, that's one thing that I do like about Nice House on the Lake is that they are taking their time in this place, but at the
Sure.
same time, I do kind of feel you on that whole like, all right, we've been here for too long. You know what I mean? Like we
I'm
should
starting
move
to get there
on.
with that one. I think like it's a cool idea. I just don't think the plot itself has gone anywhere in a couple issues in that one. It's like, okay, we get it. The same shit for the past 4 or 5 issues with sort of different viewpoints, but I can't remember the characters, so I can go back and read them all, you know. It's a gorgeous
Hell
book,
yeah.
great atmosphere, but it's like, all right, come on, you got 3 issues to figure out what the hell's going on and wrap this all up. So yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, yeah, absolutely. I feel you on that, but it's that slow burn that
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be, so I kind of expected it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't mind the slow burn. Like, have you read any of what's the furthest place from here?
No, I that's on my list though. That's on my
It's
list.
another one where you have no idea what the fuck's going on. It's kind of a slow paced book, but it's just weird enough and like engrossing enough that I'm like, I keep wanting to like not get it. You know, like but then I get the next issue. I'm like, oh, I'll give it one more issue. And then I'm like, oh, I'll give it one more issue. Because like it's an engrossing story-ish, but I don't know what the hell's happening. Like, you know, it's like post-apocalyptic at kind of. There's no adults to be found anywhere except for maybe these aliens or strangers that like, and there's different tribes of kids, kind of like the warriors back in the day, like where some kids all wear
Yeah.
pig masks and some are at a circus and some are, and like they have fights and I don't know, like and then when puberty hits, like the kids disappear. It's all like
Yeah.
there's a very interesting world, but I have no idea what the hell's going on. I recommend it. Kind of. I'd say read it digitally and see if you dig it. But
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I've been reading a lot more indies lately. Starting to stray away from the DC and Marvel, especially Marvel. There's only been a couple issues of Marvel that I've been like, oh, that was really good. DC was definitely the way to go with a lot of the stories, especially with the hard hitting stories.
yeah,
That I like Tom Taylor. He's really good. I like him
yeah.
a lot. I've been really enjoying Williamson. He's been really good.
He's hit or miss for me, but I get it. Yeah, I don't dig his big event books. I like his smaller stuff, like on Robin and stuff, but I don't dig it when he's
Okay.
like I'm not looking forward to the 9,000th version of Crisis. I just don't care. Like,
Dark Crisis. I'm kind of excited for it just
all right.
because this is like my first one.
All right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's fair.
Like, but I want to give it a shot, and I'm kind of excited for it just because I am kind of excited for DC right now, just because a lot of the main titled books that I've been reading have been DC, and I've been enjoying the read. Actually, you know what I mean? Not just collecting for a cover. Like I'm actually enjoying what the content is inside. So
yeah, that's I mean that's kind of there's very like Marvel's been kind of shitty lately in a lot of
yeah.
ways.
And like I said, there's 1 or 2 good issues,
Yeah.
but then the rest of the series is like, what the fuck happened there, you know?
Yeah, like I like Moon Knight.
So,
I can't. She-Hulk's been okay, but that's about all I can think of for Marvel. That maybe Amazing Spider-Man, but I don't know how much I care.
I did enjoy the new one, the number 1, the Amazing Spider-Man. That wasn't too bad. But I did like Dark Ages, and it's still going on right now. Dark Ages, I think, is really cool just because I like the what if universes. I like the multiverses just because it takes you out of the norm and you can go into a play fantasy world. Like, what if
it's kind of
this
like
would happen?
it's like playing with your toys as a kid. You're
Yeah,
like, we're gonna put all these kids back in the Middle Ages, and or there's no more electricity. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And I've heard good things. I know Chris the Comic Vet loves the DC versus vampires or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's one I want to check.
Are you reading Nightwing? That's another one. It's Tom Taylor book.
I'm not reading Nightwing. It's just I hear it from my friend Burke all the time, so it's just like I don't need to pick it up.
Do you have the DC digital like online, or do you not? Oh, because that I would say like for $7 or $8 a month, that'd be worth getting just to read, catch up on some of that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know that I never cared about Nightwing. It's just not a character I gave a shit about. But when Tom Taylor took it over, he made it like a fun book again. Like or maybe
Oh,
to me,
okay.
maybe it was fun beforehand. I wouldn't know. I just didn't read it. But like it's a lot of fun.
That's good. That's good, man. I'm glad to hear things like that because, I'm always looking for good recommendations, especially now that I'm kind of slowing down on the collection, just because I'm trying to save up for bigger books and not
Yeah.
just grab every single fucking variant that looks good. Like it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. But then it's just going to sit inside one of my boxes until I send it out to CGC or something. And who
Yeah.
knows when I've got time for that,
Or the money or anything else. And yeah.
or the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Now,
the
did you
resources.
like? I know you started like getting interested in stuff. Like, have you been collecting? How long have you been actually collecting comics? Was it your entire life, or is it kind of a COVID thing, like a lot of?
It was before COVID hit.
Nice.
So I used to collect when I was a kid. I remember reading a whole bunch as a kid, getting a whole bunch from like I remember birthday parties where people would actually gift me comics,
Oh, that's cool.
So that was really cool.
All I got were like Bibles and shit. So you win.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh. It
But
didn't stick.
yeah, I stopped collecting once I got into middle school, high school,
Yeah.
or not middle school, but what is it before high school? You know what I mean? No, it is middle school, right?
It was middle school. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So right around then I stopped because my interests were now in girls and
Oh yeah, that
so
makes sense.
I was chasing a new thing instead of the old thing. So but yeah, and then I got married in 2013. And my wife was just like, "Hey, what are some of the hobbies that you have?" And I was like, "Well, I really don't have any right now, because she goes, "Well, I know you really like superheroes. Did you ever collect comics?" I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Yeah, maybe," but I know myself. I told her, I said, "If I start getting into comic books, it's going to be a whole thing and it's going to snowball." And
Yeah.
she's like, "No, maybe you can just get a cut." And it's snowballed. So, but it first started out with what's it called with Flashpoint. um
Oh yeah.
what is his name?
Barry Allen.
Big dude in DC.
Oh,
No, no,
Dark
no,
Side.
no, the one that wrote Flashpoint. Jeff
Was it
Johns.
Jeff Johns. Yeah, yeah,
Jeff Johns, like that was my first introduction back into what comic books have been into, and man, I freaking loved it straight up from the beginning. The whole turn of him going to, like I said, Elseworld, like I
Oh yeah.
like those other stories. So when he went back to save his mom, he ends up disturbing everything else. Like in this reality now, Thomas Wayne is
Yeah.
Batman. And for me, that threw my head for a loop because here I am, telling people I'm a Batman fan. Like I like Batman, but it wasn't like I'm into the comics or anything like that. So when I saw that, I was like, yo, what else are they doing in comics now? And so it was just been a rabbit hole ever since
Yeah,
then.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've stopped and started numerous times in my life. Like I think a lot of people. I collected and I didn't collect, and I collected and I didn't collect, and then COVID hit. I was like, oh well, I got nothing else to fucking do. So like, yeah.
So how'd you get back into it? Like, did you just one day think, oh, I should probably go pick up something? Or
Honestly, like yeah, I was. It really was COVID, and I was sitting around so damn bored off my ass that I like. There you go. Thank you for bringing that photo up, and that's yeah. Hang on, let me remove from stream. Anyways, people. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that got up there.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for that. Yeah. I ordered a mystery box out of boredom because I started
Oh,
watching these unboxings people were doing, and like I can't remember what the very first one was, but like the second or third one was a torpedo box, and it was god awful. And so, and then
oh,
I just
man.
started actually trying to find recent stuff to read instead of just collecting, and it kind of all stood down, like went from there.
Oh,
Shop,
speaking of
hit me up on
torpedo
Instagram, and I
boxes,
might be able to help you out with that. So yes, there you go.
this comes from your thumbnail for the torpedo box.
Yeah, there we go. So that's about what I thought of. Yeah, it might have been on that Spider-Man booth box first. I don't think so. I think that was like second and third. They were very early on in the process for
Mhm.
me because I watched like all these people unbox the Superior boxes and stuff. But yeah,
Did you ever get an ASM 300 from that Spider-Man booth?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also got some really like
I've
some
gotten
other
some. I
really
mean,
good
I've
ones.
gotten some really, really good books from them. Like I cannot complain at all. Like the ASM 300, I have. It's a 9.2,
Mhm.
but it's 8 times signed. So
Right. And Stan Lee's one of those
Stanley's
signatures,
one of
right?
them. Yeah, it's Stan
God
and Todd
damn.
and like a bunch of the other people. But it's got
Yeah.
both. And then I have a Star Wars 1 signed by Stan and everybody else, and that I got from them as well. Like I've gotten some
Dang.
good books,
So
and a couple that like I just
what's
don't
the
call.
most memorable book you have from, or your favorite book that you got from that Spider-Man
From
booth?
them, it would be the Star Wars #1 because that was the first movie I ever saw. I remember seeing as a kid. I went to a drive-through with my dad, and like there was a double feature of like Star
Uh,
Wars and then Conan the Barbarian. That's the first movie I
oh,
remember seeing in the theater, and it was a drive-in, which is awesome because when you're a kid,
uh,
like you get to run around the car, do all this shit. But then the movie started, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Yeah, and so I saw Star Wars, and then I saw boobies because, like, Conan the Barbarian was all the violence didn't. I don't remember the violence in the movie. I'm like, ooh, boobs. I was like 7 or 8 at the time, so yeah. But yeah, the
Dang.
Star Wars book hyped me, and then like I won it, and that was not in a Superior box or anything. That was on one of their random like Monday shows where they would give away like 3 or 4 books. Can't remember what it's called, like Insta Mondays or
Oh
Manic
wow.
Month, and
Oh
like
yeah, the Instant
that was
Mondays.
before I had my strategy of buying all the cheap books. I just happened to buy a $30 box, got my order number in, and then I was the last win of the day, and it was a 9.4 quadruple signed Star Wars #1. So like,
Oh,
hell yeah,
that is
man.
awesome.
So
That's amazing.
yeah, like I mean, I do miss that Spider-Man booth, and like I'm a little salty that they just kind of dropped that YouTube and like a hot potato and went right to whatnot.
Yeah.
But I can't really talk shit about him because I'm still way ahead with them, and like JPG's a good dude. He commissioned some art for me that was and did that, and like I think it was going to be he's dropping in his own comic sometime soon. So I think he's going to eventually come on the channel. We're going to talk about that. So
Hell yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab that. Dude, I
yeah, I
love
think like a
JPG,
lot of
man. And
people
I
like I
think
don't
for
know
the
who's got
most
the
part, the
art on or
reason
anything.
why I got so many of his mystery boxes was because of him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I didn't buy them any other day other than Mondays because it was just really cool to hang out with him on
Yeah.
those Mondays.
It was a
And
cool community of people that just kind of started just hanging out and chilling there. Yeah, it was
yeah. And that's
like
how I found Adrian APM. Like
yeah,
I found him through that. It was
me too.
crazy.
And then I found out he
Yeah.
lives like 20 minutes away from me. So like yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so he and
awesome.
I hang out. Like I didn't know that. Like, I met him on that Spider-Man booth stuff. Yeah, and
Uh,
yeah, like a lot of people. Like there's Mike POS. I don't know if you remember him from back in the day. Mike, like that's what JPG
the
always
name
called him.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
He and I have been chatting, and he always bugs me about Cable #5 because we each had like 45 copies of that. But he now has been sending me weird ass shit to read. So I've got it on upcoming segment called Weird Books Mike Makes Me Read.
Oh man, that's so awesome.
Chop, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Chop. It really like I think for a lot of people like trapped in in their houses or whatever during COVID, like that and like the YouTube community really helped everybody get through it. I think at least it did
Oh
for me.
yeah,
Like
absolutely. It did for me. I know I definitely appreciate what he did during that time,
yeah,
and I know he was stuck at home like everybody else. But man, he made my Monday, like I looked forward to
yeah,
Mondays because of him, and not because I would occasionally win, but it was because I mean his shows were just amazing. His energy, his output, his love for the community, his
yeah,
just his energy, man. It was just amazing and very
yeah.
very infectious.
Yeah, and
Infectious
he and
is
I
the
have
word.
very different taste in books. He's all about the McFarlane, Jim Lee, and the Foily and
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. Not my jam, but like he knows his shit.
Oh,
He still loves books and like yeah. So like
that's
which
my
is
jam.
great. Like it's not my. It was like kind of that was one of the eras when I wasn't collecting. So but like
Oh
you're right.
yeah, yeah.
He really made it fun to hang out, and that's the part I miss more than anything else.
Mhm. More than
Which is
anything
probably
else, like
okay.
if he just did a Monday show where he would just talk and interact like
Yeah.
the way that we do, I would love to do that. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to give
Yeah.
away
Sling
stuff
product.
every 5 minutes.
Yeah. True. but he's a
Yeah,
hustler, and I like he's all
it
about
is.
slinging the product. I don't blame him, man. Like he's got people like we were saying, like his new things on there. Like last show I saw was like some 75th show of one of his hosts. He's got other people that host him now, and like it was
Mhm.
1,000. Like the boxes started at $1,000, and he had like 50 some of them. So like,
Oh my gosh.
and I mean, I watched a few, and like one guy opened like a raw copy of First Appearance of the Punisher in a pretty high grade, so it was definitely a couple $1,000 box. You know, like there were
Damn.
no joke boxes, but I'm like, I don't have that money. I like the $4
Right?
lottery tickets. You know, it's like playing a scratcher. You know, I can handle the scratcher now and again. I can't. Yeah.
See, if I had just known your strategy straight from the beginning, I wouldn't have been in so much trouble with my wife that one day.
Oh, sorry, man. You should have hit me up. I would have explained it all to you. I should have started. I should have started my own YouTube course of like, for pay $5 and I'll tell you my secrets. No,
Right? Exactly. I would have watched it every single day because you win so much.
Well,
But yeah,
Adrian also was doing it too. Like, there's a couple people that I know were doing it, and then there was also
oh yeah,
people that just spent a metric ton. Like Maz, like she did not
yeah,
do the cheap
Maz.
stuff, and she still spends a boatload. And she's awesome. Like I love Maz. And Beta Ray
Yeah.
Jim, like Beta Ray Jim just drops coin, and like you drop enough coin, you're gonna win. Like,
Which, by the way, his camera setup, Beta Ray Jim's.
oh yeah,
He's got the clearest, crispest, like looking camera I think I've ever seen, and his voice,
I
that
know he's got that
that
ASMR
radio
voice.
soft.
And,
Oh my gosh, I love that.
yeah,
I,
he's like
I
a
love
late night
watching
video
Strictly
DJ.
Comics just for. Oh, is he really?
No, but he should be, I think. So like,
Oh, I was about to say I could see that. I could see
yeah.
that.
There's he does. He's got that soothing voice, and he's good at, and like I know he sells on YouTube auctions, and I think he was doing a
Mhm.
little bit of whatnot, but he makes his money back, I think, and he does okay.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got his own
definitely.
strategy that he does well with. So,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I'm okay with all of that. Like I know people are anti flipper, anti whatever, but like this shit's not cheap, man. You gotta figure out somehow how to collect these books.
and I did not figure that out. And so one time, you know how that Spider-Man booth, like it takes so long for the actual order to come through, like
Yeah,
4 to 6 weeks, right?
yeah.
So I pictured myself ordering it and then I would have it next week. But then when they weren't coming, I was still ordering more just
Oh
to make
yeah. So
sure. But what ended up happening was they ended up getting backed up or something.
yeah.
And so they sent everybody's all together all at once.
Yes.
And I ended up getting 10 boxes on my front step.
I'm sure your wife loved
Uh,
that. Yeah.
no. I almost slept. There's a picture on Instagram where I have all the boxes and they're all on the couch. And I was like, I pretty sure my wife's gonna make me sleep on this couch.
At some point I had enough of these boxes that like my nephew would like I made a fort for him to play in with.
Wow, that's a lot of
But
boxes.
did you ever win a GP from the $30 boxes? Did you ever hit?
I did.
Nice.
So
I never did.
out of
Ever.
those, really, I'm
Never.
surprised.
Yeah.
I won a Spawn #1. It was the black and white, signed by Todd McFarlane,
Nice.
in a 9.8. And it's really funny because that's how I met Austin LeMay,
Oh, okay.
or
Yeah.
really started to become really good friends with him, was because those 10 boxes, I was going for that Turtle Mania, that gold one, that 9.9.
Yeah.
And I ended up winning the Spawn, which was awesome, but it wasn't the one that I was going after because I didn't know how the GPs worked at the time.
Yeah.
So I thought, it's going to be the same GP for a month or something like that.
Sure.
And so I just kept ordering, and I didn't know that I was actually entering into a new GP every week. Ended up winning that, and then he won the Turtle Mania 9.9, which was just crazy.
Yeah,
So we decided to do a trade, which I ended up not getting the 9.9 because I ended up going to other things with him with the trade and everything. But
Sure.
He's a big Spawn guy, so I knew that it was better inside his collection than it would be mine. And plus, the only kind of Spawn #1 that I would really like in my collection is the cover A in a 9.8.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? Other than that, like I'm good with everything else. But yeah, so dude, that Spider-Man booth has really gotten me to hang out with a whole bunch of motherfuckers that I
Yeah,
think I
me
would have
too.
never ever, hung out
Dude,
with
nice
before.
hits, Eli. Damn. Like ASM 14 signed and sketched by Stan at a 4.5 and an ASM 300 9.8. Nice hit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Way to go, Eli.
Yeah, and like for a while in there, like the books, like they were giving out fire.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. That was, man, I miss those days.
And I feel like I need to
Even the
pull one out for.
Wednesdays. Yeah, dude, you need to strong arm him into bringing back that Monday show on YouTube.
Well, if I can ever like nail him down to like the interview thing, I'll berate him a little bit about it and be like, at least talk him into like a one grand finale show or something, where he can,
Exactly.
yeah, where like he gives everybody a bunch of notice and like just come hang out, like
That would be fucking amazing. And it
because I
has to
think
be
he also
him.
needs to drop another round of superior boxes, like just one last round of superior boxes or something too would be.
Oh, the V 17 was the last one?
I don't remember, yeah, but like just another $200, but $250 box, which at the time was like super expensive, and now it's like, oh, that's a cheap box for a lot of people, like because everything's
Right.
gas is like $11 a gallon, $250 of comics. That's like 2 comics, but like,
yeah.
But I don't care about that part. I mean, I do care. I would love to have another superior one last superior box, but mostly just one final community hangout would be a lot of fun.
See, and I would love that. I would love that because he brought me so much joy during that time period. You know what I mean? Just because it was a good way to get away from whatever else that I was thinking and just hang out with somebody that knew what they were talking about in comics, who looked like my family member already.
Yeah,
because is he Filipino?
I think so.
I want to say he's Filipino too.
I think so.
So it was just like he already looks like one of my cousins.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that I really liked about it. And dude, and just knowing, like it was just him there for a while, and just to see how big he's gotten now, that's just been amazing. Like nothing but success to that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hustler at heart, but man, he got it. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I think he had. I don't know if he had a plan all along, but he worked until he figured it out. And
yeah,
because I know that at one point they had like a retail space, and then when COVID hit, they shut that all down, and that's when he transitioned to all the online stuff. So it's like okay, spent 300 plus.
Ooh, on signed books.
Yeah,
dang, Eli.
That's easy to do, Eli. Now, do you still buy from that Spider-Man booth on Whatnot? Because I kind of stopped. Like when they stopped doing the YouTube, like it's not. I just can't afford their shit anymore. They've gone up in price. Like they don't do the $30 boxes anymore. Like,
but $1,000 starting bid.
Yeah, exactly. Now, do you? I know you drop content on YouTube, but do you have like a regular anything coming out or like? Nice, man.
So this Sunday, I'm going to be doing a Sunday mail call and hangout.
Nice.
I do it every other week. And so I didn't do one last week, so I'm going to be doing one this week.
What time of day is it? I've never caught it. I try to keep up, but I also work a lot on Sundays, so we'll.
Yeah, it's Sunday usually around 5:30 or 6
nice.
Central Standard Time. So
nice. Well, everybody go give Adrian a follow down there and go berate him on Sunday. But no, yeah, nice. Well, what else do you have coming up? Anything else coming up, or do you like? I know you just jump in a lot of chats and stuff, and
yeah, I definitely do that. I do have a video that I am going to shoot either tonight or tomorrow. I have a new channel sponsor as well, so this is my third channel sponsor,
nice.
And I just got in a box of books from him, and it is a box.
That's awesome.
So I'm really excited to announce this new channel sponsor and start really pumping him up because he's got some really good indie titles and stuff like that. So I'm going to be taking a lot of these books and putting it into a giveaway of some sort. There's going to be a code that you can use. Of course, it's going to be code Panda or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do a thing where whoever uses the code will be put into this what's it called? This drawing for the giveaway.
Oh, so the big old rigged wheel.
Yeah, the good old rigged wheel. So that's how it's gonna go. Or maybe I could do a duck race.
Nice.
I
There you
don't know,
go.
maybe.
That's the new hotness. Yeah,
Hey,
everyone likes
thank
the
you,
duck races.
Sleepy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing that here pretty soon. And I think I'm gonna do it along with my 700 sub push.
That's awesome. One of these
I'm
days you
at
have to
like
teach me.
630 or something like that
No,
right
that's not
now.
bad. Well, you're at
631
631
with
now.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 631.
You have to teach me the secret to getting channel sponsors. I need to learn from your greatness on that one too. We'll talk backstage. But
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Nice. Well, listen, I don't want to keep you because you're an hour ahead, right? Isn't it like 10:40 your time there?
No,
Are
I'm
you
in
still
Kansas.
Central?
I'm Central Standard
I
Time.
didn't
Yeah.
know. I can't. Kansas is one of those weird states I forget exists. So like,
Well, we're
I
dead
really
center
don't know
and
what the
everything.
fuck time zone it's in. So I know it's a bit east to me. I was like, everything east to me is probably East Coast time. So, like,
Right.
no, are you in rural Kansas or are you in kind of a metropolitan area? I knew you're in Kansas, but I didn't know.
I'm in the metropolitan area. I'm in the biggest city in Kansas, which is Wichita.
Okay, that's the really sad. I would have guessed like I don't know what I would have
Kansas
guessed.
City.
Yeah, probably Kansas City. Yeah.
Kansas City, or what's the other one? Fuck, who cares? It's
St.
Kansas.
Louis? No, I know. Yeah, I have no. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm awful at geography. I know you guys have really sweet barbecue, which is not my jam, but that's all I know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I eat
Yeah,
pretty well here.
yeah, fair enough. Wichita's a bit like Columbus. I had no idea. I had no idea Columbus was the biggest city in Ohio for the longest time either. I'm like, yeah,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah. See, like I don't know. If like I live in a state where there's not really many big cities, so it's easy enough to like do. But like just
Oh, that's
Milwaukee,
true.
yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, 632 subs. So okay, so 613, I'm guessing is your area code, or 316 is the area code. If I really felt like stalking you, so I should.
Yeah, 316 is my area code.
Nice. Everybody go stalk Adrian and hit him up when you're in the city. And yeah. Anyways, okay, we are hitting about the hour point. I kind of want to dry rub barbecue. I don't think Kansas City's ever heard of dry rub. It's all sauce and sweet stickiness there, isn't it? Or you guys, is there a dry rub in KC?
KC does a lot of dry rub, I think.
Do they really? All right.
Actually, I don't know, because all the barbecue that I've had in Kansas City and stuff like that has been slathered, no dry.
Yeah,
rub.
that's what I think of is like a tomato based like ribs,
Yeah.
mostly. Yeah.
So chop and drop. Hey, I'm also in the biggest city in my state also, and you are in South Dakota. No, I'm just playing. I got a letter from Chop a while ago. So
nice. I'm pretty sure I know where Chop's at, but I don't want to. I'm not going to out him to the world unless he wants to be outed. So.
Oh no, I'm outing him. He's in South Dakota. Everybody, go find him.
There you go. I prefer a little bit of a lube to my rub, but you know, whatever kind of rubbing you all want to do is up to you guys. Like a little,
yeah.
Dry rub only under the most extreme of circumstances.
Oh man! Well, thank you so much, Taylor.
Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure having you on, and I'm glad we got a chance to at least finally do this. So, yeah, everybody go follow Adrian and go hang out with this channel on Sundays. And go support his channel sponsors and stuff too. Los Cruces, no shit, huh? Really?
No shit.
All right, and on that note, everybody, don't be a dick and have a good night. We'll talk to you later.